Oh man, it's another night for COFOH Live Undead, and I've got my coffee, the Black Elixir of Life. This is COFOH Live and Undead. I'm your host, Daniel Crosier, and today we get the privilege of meeting the talented Jason Hawkins. Oh man. Something on my face. Jason, how the hell are you?
Rock and roll, man. Rock and roll.
Awesome. Thanks for coming on the show. And yeah, let's get right into it. So, Jason, where do you come from? How did you get into filmmaking?
So, kind of a funny story. I grew up in Los Angeles, and everybody thinks, film, Los Angeles, that's where it's at. That's where you are. Let me fix this light here. Grew up in Los Angeles, and then in '96, I moved up to Portland, Oregon. And it wasn't until I moved up here that I got into film.
Okay.
And, everybody's like, you did that shit backwards, man. You moved out of LA and started films to LA. But, yeah, I moved up here. My background's in fiction and game design.
Oh, cool.
I've done work with Games Workshop, TSR, and a few other companies, back in the day. Got into fiction, writing, and coming back from a trip to LA one time. And I remember specifically, I look over at a friend of mine who's with me on the trip, and I said, I think I'm going to make a movie.
Nice.
And yeah, we're in the van, we're driving on the freeway, and he looks over at me and he goes, you ever made a movie?
Yeah.
And I looked at him, and I remember these prophetic words. I looked at him and said, no, seriously, how fucking hard can it be? Right? Yeah. Fast forward a year, I've lost $40,000 in my first attempt at making a film. It was a train wreck. It was just we shot 90 minutes of footage, and I think maybe 10 minutes of it was good.
Oh.
The rest of it was just wow. Yeah. Yeah, live and learn. So I tell people, that was my film school. I spent a year kind of working on and developing this feature film and spending my own money out of pocket. And that was kind of film school for me, learning what I did right, what I did wrong, learning how things actually work on set. And yeah, I'm one of those people who believes you really just got to get your hands dirty. You got to get in, you got to do it, you got to try it. All the classes in the world won't help you when you're on set and something goes wrong.
Yeah.
You got to get in there and just figure it out. So did that, then realized what an idiot I was and how little I knew. So then I proceeded to kind of track down some people who knew a lot more than I did, try to learn from them. Do it that way. I made a couple of short films, and then I ventured out and made my first feature film, completed feature film.
Nice.
Which is All-American Bully with Adrian King from Friday the 13th in it.
Cool.
And that went really well. It was, I approached her at a film festival, and I just said, hey, you don't know me from Adam. There's no reason at all, but would you read my script? Right? Which, I'm sure these actors get a million of those requests every convention, every festival. I'm sure somebody's hitting them up, hey, be in my film. And, I never heard back from her. So we go into production. We're about 3 or 4 days into production, and my phone rings on a break in between scenes. And it's Adrian.
Oh.
All right, well, we're in production. We're 3 days into filming. And she gets on the phone. She's like, Jason? She goes, yeah. She goes, you're not filming yet, are you? I was like, totally cool. No. Right? No, not yet. Meantime, the actors are all standing around looking at me like, what the hell's going on?
Nice.
And she goes, I've been out of the country. I wasn't able to get a hold of you. I love your script. I want to do it. Please, please, let's just get this done.
Nice.
So, we were able to fly her up, shoot the film.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, every film has its own bumps and bruises and kind of learning process.
Yeah.
But we pulled it out, got it edited, found the distributor, and they sat on it for like 8 months, didn't do anything with it. So I pulled it from them. I said, look, you're not going to do anything with the film. Let me have it back. I'll do something.
Yeah.
Got it back, found another distributor. They sold it to Redbox, all the usual DVD outlets.
Cool.
Yeah, so we got into Redbox. We made the nationwide top 20 for a month straight. Right. So that was pretty badass, right? A little independent film shot for nothing and top 20 in the nation. So yeah, that's a win.
Congrats. That's awesome.
Thank you. So yeah, and after that, I was like, well, let's do another one. Now that we know it can be done.
Yeah.
So my second film we shot for $500, which everybody kind of goes, you can't shoot a film for $500. But I had an idea, I had a concept. We went and bought a camera, just a handheld camera, Sony Handycam, at a pawn shop for $50, and that's what we shot on.
Wow.
It played like the film gets done, plays like 10 festivals, 2 different distributors pick it up. It's out on DVD, it's out on VOD. We just kind of took off from there and just doing more and more and growing and learning and trying to get better and, just trying to kind of push the envelope with every film. Yeah. Excuse me. I've got a little bit of a cough. The fires up here are pretty bad, the smoke.
Yeah, I was going to say, how are you guys holding up with all that?
It's really bad. 2 of our locations for our next film disappeared in the flames already. So we're making some adjustments and stuff like that, but the air quality is really bad. So if I get a little scratchy, that's what's going on there.
Right. God, I'm so sorry. We've been experiencing forest fires out here, outside, near Denver and everything, but nothing compared to what the West Coast is going through. Holy cow.
Yeah, it's insane. The air quality hit the 600 and something mark, and the ratings only go up to 500.
Right.
500 is considered actively hazardous to your health.
Right.
So we're experiencing toughness breathing, scratchy throat, heart palpitations.
Oh God.
You take 1 flight of stairs and your heart just starts going nuts and you can't get your breath. And
dear.
It's bad, man. It's bad.
Man, is in near Portland? Is there anything active near where you're happening?
Yeah.
You're living at? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's all, I think, 40, 50 miles away from me. Okay. Right now, we're in a pretty decent spot, all things considered. But toward the south and the east, it's burning. Just the world's on fire right now.
Yeah, God, I'm sorry. I really feel for you guys. Having to deal with that that bullshit. Oh my God.
Yeah, we're just hoping for rain, right? It's like
right. Yeah. Last week we had a little bit of a freak snowstorm, but out here it's Colorado, so freak weather is all we get. Right.
Yeah, my mom lives out that way.
Okay, good, nice. Yeah. So so is the fires kind of making things hard to work on your film projects too?
It is. A number of filmmakers I know, things are just delayed right now or set back, and nobody's really filming. You just can't get out in this. It's just not safe. And as always, safety has to be the number 1 priority. Your cast, your crew, take care of your people.
Yeah, most definitely.
We had a shoot that was supposed to start on Monday, a short film that we were shooting as kind of a prequel for an upcoming original horror series I'm directing. So we were shooting a short film, supposed to start on Monday, but of course, I delayed it and said, look, we need to wait a week or 2 and reevaluate when it's safer to get out and do all that. So
yeah, and
it just is what it is.
Yeah, on top of all the air quality issues too, you also have to consider COVID and everything like that.
Right, and we, anybody who steps on set has to take a COVID educational course. Just
Oh,
showing
wow.
you get a little certification at the end of it, and
Okay.
you know, it's not preventative, but what it tells me and tells the producers is, at the minimum, you've read and understand safety guidelines. You're aware of the risk. You know what precautions to take. You've got your certification, your safety certification.
Yeah.
It's a small step, but at least it puts everybody aware and kind of puts everybody on the same page as far as safety goes. And you know, with the Bleeding Dark coming up, we feel pretty good. It's a microcast, very small crew.
Yeah. Where are you shooting that at?
So we're shooting near a place called Days Creek in Southern Oregon.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, the only thing out there is a drive-by casino and a bunch of cows. So.
Oh, nice. So you got all your extras ready to go.
Right, and something to eat,
yeah. Don't tell them that though. Okay, you want them to be as natural as possible, right?
Right. So yeah, we're. But a friend of mine has a big ranch house up that way, 127 acres.
Cool.
You know, she's like, "Oh yeah, you know, the house sleeps 15, so you guys can just come in, do your thing," and just a really good setup for a horror film, right? You know, ranch house, deep in the woods. It's everything you want, right?
Yeah, most definitely. Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah, super excited.
Yeah, that's cool. So can you, tell us a little bit about the Bleeding Dark and what that is and what it's about?
Sure. So the Bleeding Dark is, you know, I guess I would describe it as a supernatural thriller. Okay. It has elements of both in it, but really at the heart of the story, it's a story about grief and trauma. And the trauma of a disconnect that happens, in this case, the matriarch dies, his kid's mom dies in a home invasion, and just the father and son are left. And they don't really have the ability to connect, as they're kind of drowning in their own drama, and they're drowning in their own sorrow and PTSD issues, things like that. They've kind of lost the ability to connect with each other. And so the grief almost begins to take on a life of its own as it kind of grows between them and pushes them further apart and deeper into their own issues. And so, like I said, at its core, it's a very human story. I like to think it's a horror film with heart, because it deals with real issues. It's not just three teenagers go into the woods and get hacked. You know, okay, we've seen that.
Right.
And don't get me wrong, I love that. But, you know, we wanted to do something a little different here. So we've got Denton Everett is a star of the film. He's done shows like Queen of the South and Prison Break and Lone Star, a ton of stuff. Super talented cat. And he and I have been trying to connect on a film for about 7 or 8 years now. So
cool.
Nice to finally get on set together and make this work out.
Nice.
Also stars Eileen Dietz, who you guys probably know as the demon from The Exorcist.
Oh yeah. I interviewed her a few weeks ago. She's a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, and the stories she can tell you, man.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah, so this is actually my third film with Eileen. We've worked together about 10 years ago, I think, first time we met. Okay. Did a film together. Then we did another one 3 or 4 years ago, and now we're doing this one. So super excited to have her on board, and you know what she brings to it. Kind of a funny little anecdote. When Eileen came on set the first time, you know, Eileen's not a giant; she's pretty small. Kind of a small woman, and she comes on set, and in the scene, this film called "The Devil Knows Its Own," she's kind of a religious fanatic, and she comes on set, and the producers pull me aside, and they're like, "Are you sure?" Because she's not very big, and she needs to be big in the scene, like really big, you know, just present big. And you know, Eileen's not real. They're like, she's not very tall, and she seems kind of quiet. I'm like, wait. Yeah. We get her on set, boom, total pro. She turns it on and just blows up the room. It was phenomenal.
Nice. That's awesome. That's so cool. I've got your teaser trailer for it, set up here. So why don't we play that and show everybody what that's about?
Yeah, absolutely.
Bring this on here, and here we go. The Bleeding Dark.
woman I love is gone. You'll think that every second of the day, I don't hate myself. I'm not playing back that moment. I'm not reliving it and trying to change it. I failed you. I failed Mom. Almost like I can hear her. I feel her. I sometimes feel like she's still here.
All
Fun
right.
stuff, man.
That's pretty awesome. So
Yeah.
So for the teaser, you guys shot some footage. Were you able to get all the actors that you needed then?
So we were able to get most people together. Denton shot his footage in Texas with a friend of his. So he shot his footage in Texas. He sent it over. We shot some footage here, and then we spliced together the teaser trailer. You know, just kind of show people what it feels like, what it's about, and get it in there. And you saw Sebastian Hoskins, the kid playing the son there. This is his first big film, so we're really excited to get him in there and kind of, you know, get him bloody and break him in.
Excellent. That's great. And you know, in support of the film, to help raise funds, you have a Kickstarter going on.
We do.
For everybody that's watching out there, you can see the little ticker, tick, 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 you know, kind of scrolling along the bottom there. It's got the link to follow, and for the next 24 hours, you have the incentive of getting some custom postcards and stickers and posters. You know, postcards from the movie set itself. So make sure you get hop on that. It's going for $10. So in a sense, you can be a producer by supporting independent film. So definitely help out with that.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've got just a ton of great perks in there too. You know, if you want to be in the movie, we've got a couple opportunities for people to fly out and be in the movie. You know, I don't want to say what the death count is, but it's pretty solid.
Nice.
So there's a good chance to get your brains bashed in.
Oh, that's fun.
So yeah. So, you know, we've got some good perks and an opportunity. I just got the blue screen of death on my computer here.
Oh, yeah. No.
Yeah, just all of a sudden turned blue. Anyway, yeah, so we've got some great perks in there.
I got a blue light on me.
One of my favorite perks is to be an on-set ghost. So for a small pledge, you can be a set ghost. You get credited in the movie, and you're with us in spirit. You know, and so it's kind of a fun thing. And yeah, quite literally. There's some stuff going on there. I don't want to steal too much, but yeah. So come out and do that. You know, we've got the posters and DVDs and things like that. So yeah, just some great stuff on there. Some really fun stuff, I think, for horror fans to come on. Autographed copies of the Exorcist script, right? Eileen will get you autographed copies.
Eileen is so sweet. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so we've just got some great stuff for people who want to come on and do that. And
cool.
Now my computer's back. I don't know.
It's going in and out. Yeah. Computers today are so finicky.
Right. Well, and I probably put mine through way more abuse than it needs between editing and everything else and video games.
Oh, sure. Sure, I can understand that. So you're also working on this TV series. You mentioned it earlier. I think it's called Death Cult. Is that right?
Correct.
Cool.
So,
what's that about? How's that going?
So we're shooting 8 episodes for season 1, 8 full episodes for season 1. It's an original horror series that I'm writing and directing. And it essentially follows a female serial killer who is sending out almost like propaganda. She's recruiting people, kind of the broken and the damaged and the lost, people who have slipped through the cracks of society. She's recruiting them kind of to her banner. And and part of the big twist is finding out, why is she doing this? What is her motivation? And she's essentially assembling an army.
Okay.
So you've got this damaged, crazy bitch who's recruiting her own personal army.
She sounds delightful.
Yeah, wonderful woman, wonderful woman. Being played by Brianna LeBlanc, so it's going to be really exciting. And yeah, there's so many spoilers in there. I don't feel like I can say too awful much without blowing it.
Sure. No problem.
But it involves a serial killer known as the Candyman. And then the main protagonist is a woman who got away from him and is now being targeted by Bluebird, the female serial killer. And so there's a reason she's being targeted. Yeah. And kind of hunted down, and you start discovering kind of what are their relationships, what are the the ties that bind, and what are all the behind the scenes things that make this happen. So nice. We've got 120 people involved in that right now.
Wow.
So, wow. Yeah. Big.
Wow, man. There's no shortage of projects.
No. And it's been, 2020 has kind of been a bitch for everybody, right? And I feel fortunate that we've gotten off as lucky as we have personally, when I know a lot of people haven't. And so I'm grateful for that. The downside is that it has pushed a number of projects that we were supposed to start shooting in March. And of course, we all know what happened in March. The world kind of went to hell. And so a lot of these projects are things that were kind of should already be done or already shot. Now they've been backed up to 2021, end of this year. I think that's pretty common for a lot of filmmakers right now. Yeah,
very much so. Pretty much everything here in Denver has seized up. I work at a sound stage here, and they're just starting to get the wheels going again. And they've got their like with you, they've got their setup for handling the coronavirus, and also had to take some more courses too.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, and I mean that's just it. We have to educate ourselves. We have to take precautions. Yeah. Just make sure we're looking out for each other and each other's safety. I think that's the main thing right now.
Right. Most definitely. So, how did with Bleeding Dark and Death Cult, what were some of the inspirations behind those projects?
So they both have a little bit of touch of reality in them. With the Bleeding Dark, one of the factors that is a big part of the film is the lead actor suffers a head injury in the home invasion. And so he's dealing with post-concussion syndrome and some issues like that. Well, I had suffered a pretty massive head injury in 2015. And I remember the struggle of sometimes not being able to recall the name of the person you were talking to, and how your memories are affected, and how PTSD just really fucks with your ability to retain information and stay focused. So you have to wonder in some of the film if some of what he's experiencing and some of what he's seeing is PTSD related trauma, or is it actually happening? And we cast some doubt on what's real and what isn't.
Right.
So part of the motivation for that for me was kind of exploring the after effects of how something like head trauma can impact you and what it can leave you with. But also, I just like haunted house stories, man. I just like ghost stories and stuff,
Right. And that seems to be a genre that's made a little bit of a resurgence, especially with Netflix's series. Is it The Haunting of Hill House? And
wonderful,
I think the next season is like the Haunting of Blythe Manor or something is up and coming, and so it really has people really invested, and with a lot of those, I think you're right. The personal story, the personal haunting, of such things like trauma and even like family trauma is such a good thing to explore. Exploring that human condition and everything.
Right. Yeah, and definitely our characters are haunted, but not necessarily by spirits. They're haunted by what their memories and their inability to cope and the grief, and that's kind of what's really haunting them and dragging them down is their inability to move on from trauma. You know, in our society, especially with things like toxic masculinity and problems like that, a lot of men aren't able to talk about grief or, you know, and even in my family's case, like my dad never said, I love you. You know, that kind of stuff just wasn't really done, you know, at his age and where he grew up. And so you kind of have these toxic aspects of masculinity that fall there too. The father wants to connect with his son.
Right.
But we live in a society where he just doesn't know how.
Yeah. You know, no, I've experienced that with my own dad. He's still around, so he's getting better.
And just different. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, and then usually it requires me taking him out to see a Star Wars movie and a beer.
Right? Yeah, I mean, you know, society has changed, and definitely generationally, we're trying to do better and trying to get better. You know, and societal norms are not always what they should be. You know, I think particularly here in America, that seems to be a thing. So that's all part of the film. Like that's all part of it. You know, the father-son inability to connect, the father feeling like he has to, you know, be strong and be a man and not be able to show his grieving and what he's dealing with. Yeah. You know, and the son, of course, is taking cues from the father. Yeah.
Yeah. This also kind of reminds me of you know, some of the personal history that you see in like movies like Hereditary.
Absolutely.
The family in there just cannot connect and completely self-destructs.
Yes.
They leave themselves open for all these like supernatural elements.
Right.
So yeah, I think films like that, even in horror, especially in horror, because I think that's one of the first genres that you can really investigate such personal and social aspects.
Right.
And it's so accessible, and it's also entertaining as fuck.
Right, exactly. Well, I mean, if you think about it, the horror genre has always kind of been a home for the lost, the forgotten, the broken, the outcast, the rebels. You know, one of the things that I particularly enjoy about horror is mostly horror fans are very, just because a film doesn't work for me doesn't mean it doesn't work for you. There's something in horror for everybody. Right. And it's through the horror genre that we're able to explore a lot of things that we don't necessarily talk about in society. Be it sexual taboos, racial taboos, things like that. We can explore those in horror and kind of play with them and kind of dig into the darkness to see what's there. Yeah. Horror provides a relatively safe space to do that.
Right. I totally agree with that. I think that's, horror's one of those, immediate and accessible genres that it can reflect, what's going on in society almost in real time. I think that's what good art should do. It should be a mirror. And even if it's got a guise of, entertainment with the analogies of monsters or, things of that nature, or the supernatural, or even if you have to resurrect Jason for the umpteenth zillionth time, it's like, what's he got to say now? Probably just more, but he's still fun.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's, those staples, they have a reason. And great horror really is about the subtext more than anything else. The best horror films of any generation reflect what's happening in society. They're a little bit removed. And, obviously the obvious examples are things like Dawn of the Dead and consumerism and stuff like that. But, by and large, the best horror films of any generation or of any decade reflect what's happening beneath the surface. And I think subtext is really critical in horror. Yeah. Jason may be stalling through the woods, killing teenagers, blah, blah, blah. you know, but the subtext there and the just say no to drugs generation and all that kind of stuff is definitely there. And I think if you dig into it, get that subtext, that's where the best horror films really become meaningful.
Yeah. Is any of this applied to like your project Death Cult, which, by the way, great name for a rock band.
Right. Yeah, we joke all the time. People come up with things. I'm like, that's the next name of my rock band. My next punk band's gonna be this, gonna be that.
Yeah.
Like somebody told me, I had a line in a script I just wrote. I wrote a comedy, coming of age comedy.
Cool.
Though I'm mostly known for horror, it's definitely not all I do.
Okay.
For some reason my phone's ringing. Hang on a second.
Okay. Gotta go silence that. You know, while he shoots his phone.
Sorry about that. Just gotta put that on ignore.
Oh, no problem. Make sure to visit the Kickstarter campaign and sign up for those incentives. Support independent film. You've got 24 hours, kids, to get the $10 incentive for the custom postcard, the stickers, the posters, all from the set. I think I'm right on that, Joseph. I know you're in the comments somewhere. Your name keeps popping up. I love. You probably can't see it on your end, Jason. But we got a wonderful cast of characters popping up on the Facebook comments, and they're incredibly supportive.
Yeah, and for those postcards, I'm gonna take a picture on set. I'm gonna find you guys something really fucking gnarly.
Ooh, nice.
And I'm gonna get you a special picture from on set, and we're gonna turn that into the postcard. And it'll be exclusive. It'll be the only time we grab that image and use it for something.
You mentioned that you're looking to do a lot of blood works, so maybe that should be one of the images. Ooh.
Right. Yeah, definitely will grab us a little something there. We've got Joe Castro doing effects, and Joe's a master. And Joe and I have talked a few times, and I'm like, man, I just want to. Can we just take somebody's fucking face clean off?
Yeah,
like with a claw hammer, just take it off. He's like, oh yeah. All right, let's do that. I can only imagine what Google thinks of my search history. But right.
Yeah, crime scenes and then pictures of kittens. Good,
right,
Mick.
Yeah, precisely. Well, I have a 6-year-old, so he's Googling Minecraft videos and stuff like that, and I'm Googling, what happens if you dig through somebody's sinus cavity? Can you get to their brain? And it's like, so Minecraft and brain trauma. So
nice. Well, yeah. Make sure he's signed into your account to kind of soften that a little bit. It's like, I totally dig Minecraft too. Yeah.
Sweet. Well, I'll tell you what. Netflix has no fucking idea what to refer to us. My wife watches some reality shows and whatnot, and I watch horror films, and he watches Powerpuff Girls. So Netflix is like, let me recommend to you.
It goes Killer Clowns. It is every night.
Yeah, pretty much. It's funny. Obviously, we don't let the kid watch any horror stuff or anything like that. I mean, he's 6, so we monitor that. But everybody always kind of thinks our house is sort of Addams Family-esque. They're like, oh, you work in the horror genre. Your house must be like Addams Family. I'm like, actually, we got 2 little cute puppies and a 6-year-old, and it's like, yeah.
We do have a disembodied leg that kind of hops around. That's pretty neat.
Well, there's a few things lurking around here. Don't go looking in closets and stuff. There's a few things.
Yeah. I'm glad that you closed your closet before we went on too. Right? Good plan.
Yeah. Yeah, we've had a lot of fun with it. Over the years, I've accumulated some pretty awesome props, severed heads and things like that. And it's kind of funny. My 6-year-old found the severed head in the garage. I was kicking it around or something. Right. He's like, hey, I found somebody's head. And of course, I'm like,
somebody's head.
Right. So we watched a couple of videos, special effects videos of them like making zombies and then, you know, stuff like that. So he gets it. Yeah, I don't want him to be afraid of it. We're not exposing him to it, but I also don't want him to be afraid of it if he encounters it. You know.
Right. Right.
It's such a fine balance. So.
Yeah. And with that, you know, to Death Cult too, you know, what was some of that inspiration?
So I've been kind of fascinated with kind of outcast in society, people who don't quite fit the mold. And, you know, some of that I mentioned is horror genre stuff. Horror people tend to kind of, we have our own thing, but it's also kind of on the outside, right? I mean, we're not really mainstream, but we also are. It's a weird dichotomy. You know, people go, oh, I don't like horror films. Really? Because this movie made $300 million at the box office. Somebody fucking likes horror films.
Right,
you know?
Right. Most definitely. Yeah. If you go to their house, they probably have it on their you know, that they bought off of Amazon or something.
Right, exactly. And so I wanted to kind of explore that and deal with people, like I said, who are lost and broken, which there seem to be more and more of us in society right now who are feeling like we're not part of the cult of America, that we're not part of mainstream society anymore. More and more people are feeling marginalized, you know, for a variety of reasons, be it racial or gender or financial. I mean, there's a lot of reasons you can be marginalized from mainstream society. And those are the people that are being targeted to be recruited into Bluebird's army. You know, she's reaching out to these people in particular. And, you know, we deal a little bit, I don't know if you remember the subliminal panic back in the 80s, everything backmasking and subliminal messaging and all that. Right.
Yeah, I think that was also part of the satanic panic. We experienced that in Colorado Springs.
Yeah.
Actually.
yeah, absolutely. So there's a little bit of kind of wink, wink, nod, nod to subliminal messaging and stuff like that in there too.
Yeah.
But yeah, my motivation primarily was to kind of explore, you know, how can we be alone when there's so many of us? Like we're an army of individuals.
Right.
Right. It's like if all these people were to ever get together, what could they accomplish?
Yeah.
And that's kind of the driving force behind the series is all these individuals who alone maybe feel like they don't have any power or any opportunities or resources or say in society. As an individual, maybe they can't impact things that much, but bring 200 or 300 of them together and what happens?
Right. Yeah. Well, and the other thing too is, yeah, it brings to my mind, and I don't know if this is a theme considered, but you know, even amongst you know, your own numbers and stuff, you know, even in groups, you know, you might feel you know, completely alone by yourself.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
I know I feel that way when I go to concerts or something, unless I'm really into the band, you know. It's just like, oh, why did I come here, you know?
Yeah,
or,
well, I felt that, right? But at the buffet line, you're never really alone. You got food to comfort you.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's like, what are you doing? I'm just talking to the calamari. Don't pay any attention to me.
me and the prime rib here sitting on the side.
Yeah, that's right.
But you know, I felt that like at conventions sometimes. I go to these horror movie conventions or festivals, and it's like, yeah, there's 5,000 people here. Why am I alone?
Right,
you know,
right.
Or why do I feel like I'm an individual here? I'm with my people, you know, my tribe.
Yeah.
But
no, I totally can empathize with that feeling. You know, going to San Diego Comic-Con or Denver Comic-Con, you know, it's very isolating. Even when I would have a booth and everything, it's like half the people that came up, you know, really weren't engaging, or I, for whatever reason, couldn't engage with them. But whenever I go to like for example, Mile High Horror Film Fest, oh my gosh, those are my people, you know, and they were so impassionate and into, you know, even if whatever you were doing wasn't necessarily their cup of tea, you know, they were very curious as to what you were doing. So I think that says something to at least the horror fandom, that for the most part people are very open and
Right.
Curious.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I do panels and stuff like that, and sometimes the questions lead that direction. It's like, man, how do you get into this? How this is the genre I love. These are the people I love. Like, how do I get involved? Yeah. And I always tell people, like, ultimately you just have to do it. Right. There is no easy solution. You have to just jump in, get on it, do it, associate with people. Yeah, most definitely. Well, and I mean, that's just the way that you did it. You did. So that's absolutely wonderful. That's probably some of the the best advice too to up and coming filmmakers or anybody that wants to do anything really. Just start doing it. Just learn as you go. And I would say too. It's like you're going to make a lot of mistakes. Learn from those mistakes. And from my own past experience, enjoy your mistakes. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you're going to make more too. Right. Every film I go, okay. At the end of the film, I always ask myself, what did I learn? Like, what can I improve on? What did I get right? Because you do get things right. It's easy for us to beat ourselves up. Yeah. So there and go, oh, I fucked this up. I fucked that up. I fucked this up. And we beat ourselves up. We do. Yeah. But you also have to stop and look at it and go, you know what? That scene with person X and the lighting on it, like, that was fucking awesome. I got that right. Give yourself a little break sometimes. Sure, learn from your mistakes, but also admire what you got right and take a little pride in your work. You got to wag your own tail sometimes. And it's okay. You can be proud of your work without being an egotistical dick. Well, I can't. I can just whip it out and let it fly. Right, here it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Jason, obviously changing subjects a little bit. Yeah. But can you tell us a little bit about how you got involved in the series Haunted on Netflix? So again, kind of a funny story. And people ask me, that's one of the most popular questions I get, as you can imagine, especially from fellow filmmakers. How did you get into Netflix? Like, what's the deal? What's the secret? Right. So a friend of mine on Facebook forwarded me an ad, and it was one of those standard Facebook-y kind of crap ads. I mean, the graphic art was horrible. It just didn't look good. It had a UFO and a Bigfoot and a ghost and I think a werewolf or something. Okay. And the ad literally said, "Have you been abducted by aliens? Does somebody are you possessed, or have you something, an exorcism? Have you seen a Bigfoot? Tell us your stories." Okay. And a friend of mine forwarded it to me, and he goes, "This is really fucked up. It's probably right up your alley." So, okay, sure, right? Right, exactly. I was like, all right, I'm on it. Nice. So I sent him an email. And I honest to God don't know what possessed me. I sent him an email just kind of as a lark, like, okay, let's see what this is. It ought to be good for a laugh, if nothing else. Right. So I sent him an email, and like 5 minutes later, my phone rang. They're like, "Is this Jason?" They're like, "Yeah. Do you have a chance to talk about your experiences?" Blah blah blah. No, I have no idea what's going on. Right? None. I go, "Okay, yeah, sure." They're like, "Well, tell us everything." So right there on the phone, for whatever reason, I spent 2 hours telling them everything. Well, almost everything. They're like 2 hours telling the thing. The guy's like, "That's fantastic. We're gonna get back to you. Okay, bye." Click. Okay. What does that mean? So a few days goes by, phone rings again, same people. "Hey, we want to get you on a video conference to tell your story. Can you do that today?" Yeah, okay. So we do a video conference. They're like, "Well, you'll need a camera and some lights." Well, coincidentally, I have cameras and lights, right? Excellent. Yeah, so I do a setup. They get me on Skype with a bunch of people, and they have me go over it again. Okay. And this time it takes 4 or 5 hours to kind of go over things with questions and stuff like that. And mind you, I still have no fucking clue what's going on.
Right.
I'm just like, okay, let's ride this train. You know, I'm all for diving in and trying things. So I'm like, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
So we do that, and they're like, okay, all right, we'll get back to you. Click.
Nice.
Yeah. A week goes by. They call me back. They're like, okay, so we have some of the producers on the line, and we're going to put you on video, and we want to go over it again.
Oh, God.
Okay.
All right, I'll get the coffee. Let's go.
Right. So we spend 5 or 6 hours going over it again.
Yeah.
They say, okay, all right, somebody will be in touch. Click. Like, and mind you, I have no fucking idea who these people are.
Right.
None. Right. They didn't tell me anything. So the phone rings a few days later, and the guy's like, hey, this is blank. Has anybody told you what's going on yet? I know the guy said, man, nobody has told me anything.
Right.
At all. And he goes, oh, well, this is for a Netflix original series. We want to fly you down to LA and put you on the show. And what?
Cool.
You know, I had no idea what was going on. I didn't know it was Netflix. I didn't know what it was. You know, nothing. So yeah, they did all that. They got us set up. You go through really, really strenuous background checks. Mm-hmm. I mean, they went back to like, were you ever suspended in junior high or high school? If so, what for? Blah, blah, blah. And I told them, yeah, I was, and it's none of your fucking business.
Yeah.
You know, the guy's like, well, it's part of the background check. I said, no, when I was a minor, nothing is your business.
Right.
Sorry, but yeah, was I suspended? Yeah, for fighting more than once, but it's none of their business, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, so you go through a pretty strenuous background check. I mean, it's, you know, it's practically government level, like financial, character references, the whole bit. And of course, their big concern is they don't want to get you on the show and have you launch into some kind of white supremacy diatribe or something like that. Right? They just don't want to go there.
Right.
Understandably so, you know.
Yeah. So
did the whole background check. They asked me if I knew anybody who isn't familiar with what happened to me, and I said, well, nobody is. Mm-hmm. I said, well, invite some people and tell them. Mm-hmm. So I tried to invite some family members. They weren't having it at all.
Oh.
Yeah.
Way to be supportive. Jeez.
Well, I think just total denial.
Okay.
Yeah, total denial. I think they've kind of whitewashed over what happened when we were young, and just complete denial that anything, you know. But I was able to round up a couple of other friends who have known me a long time, known me since I was a teenager. My friend Tina is on the show. She's known me since I was 13, 14 years old. So long time, you know. Yeah. Rounded them all up. They fly everybody down. They put us up in a motel, and they were filming at, like, I think it was the oldest house in Altadena. This great big house on a hill. It's creepy as fuck. Great big giant place, you know. Yeah. Old original kind of place. They get us set up in there. They bring it in, and their team was completely professional and awesome. They had a really diverse crew, which I thought was cool too, because you don't always see that, right? Right. So yeah, just a really diverse crew. Everybody knew their shit. Everybody was professional. We were well taken care of. It was just a really good experience. Nice. And I tell people the only caveat to keep in mind of that is I talked for probably 4 days, probably 8 to 10 hours a day for 4 days, and they cut it down to 30 minutes, right? Okay. I mean, it's a show. It's what they do.
Yep.
You know, they ought to play the hits, so to speak.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of stuff in there that didn't get covered on the show that I think clears a few things up for some people, and like maybe fills in some gaps that didn't get covered.
Right.
But you know, that's just the way it goes. Good experience all around. Getting in there with those guys was cool. Meeting people was cool. Nice. While we were in the house, we got a chance. They're like, "Oh yeah, you guys can look around the house or whatever." Yes. Right. Oh, creepy mansion in the middle of the city up on a hill, and you're gonna let me creep. You're gonna let me creep around.
Yeah.
They're like,
you gotta do that.
Right. They're like, don't take any pictures I'm like, oh no, I would never. So of course, you know, I got
in the basement.
right. I probably got 50 photos, but we found a secret passage in the house.
Cool.
And it was behind the bathtub was this little narrow panel. And of course, being me, I'm poking and prodding and, you know, checking shit out. And I pull this panel and there's this little narrow winding staircase.
Oh,
I'm like,
okay.
the fuck is this? Let's find out.
Right.
So I flip on my flashlight and up we go. You know, it's like, because we're stupid horror movie people. What do we do when you find something creepy? Let's go look.
Goddamn right. That's cool. That's awesome.
So yeah, we creep up and it goes to like this attic, right? Now there's dust on the floor that's half-inch deep. I mean, clearly nobody's been up here in a long time, undisturbed.
Mm-hmm.
There's a noose hanging up there in the rafters. There is a bunch of stuff from World War II thrown around. A bunch of old baby stuff like broken baby dolls and stuff like that. Sorry.
Oh, no worries. Are you sure this isn't part of like some kind of set dressing that there's a camera following you around?
See, that was my first thought is, oh, they're pranking us.
Right.
But like I said, the dust wasn't disturbed, which, okay, yeah, you can fake that, obviously. But I didn't get the impression it was faked. You know, I have a decent idea of what to look for and something like that. So so we check it all out. We take some pictures. We go downstairs and one of the producers is like, where were you guys? We're like, we were checking out the attic. And totally blank face, he goes, there's no attic in this house. Yeah, there's an attic. He goes, no, there's no attic. We've like the whole house is wired for the show. There's no attic. I'm like, come with me. Right?
Yeah.
So we show them and they're just like, oh my God, what is all this shit?
That's awesome. Oh my, yeah.
Yeah, so we got to have a little Scooby-Doo adventure while we were there. You know,
yeah, that's pretty cool. Man, that's awesome. Hey, so we've got the trailer to the episode that you're in.
Nice.
I think it's or is it just like a trailer with all of the season episodes? I suppose.
The season 1 trailer, I'm in it pretty heavily.
Yeah,
and it shows some of the people from the other episodes.
Okay,
it's like a minute and a half, something like that. But it's pretty good.
Nice. Yeah, let me shut off these here. We'll bring this guy in, and here we go, guys.
I have held on to this story for a very long time.
People say houses are haunted, not people. But that's not entirely true.
There was no human in that body. He was possessed.
Whatever it was, became a little bit more aggressive with me. I couldn't take it anymore.
I was by myself, and I was just jerked away. Things are getting worse. More violent. More evil.
Something is happening. I'm scared.
How do you fight something like that?
Awesome.
Yeah, good stuff, man. Yeah, they did a great job with the recreations too. You know, some of the actors and the people they got for the recreation stuff, and it was fun. So we do all of our stuff down there in LA, and they're like, "Okay, hey, we're flying over to I forget exactly where, somewhere in Eastern Europe. But we're flying over to Eastern Europe for a couple of months to shoot the recreations." I'm like, "Awesome!" They're like, "Oh, not you." Oh, okay. So. Yeah, they're like, oh, we have a director over there that we're gonna, shoot with. So they flew over there to do all the recreations and stuff. But,
nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I've seen a few of the episodes. I think from season 1, and today I tried catching up on a little bit. So I think I saw the mimic episode. That was extra creepy. But yeah, it's a wonderful series. So I'm glad you were able to participate in that.
It was a lot of fun, and you know, people have asked me about other episodes, but they really kept us all apart. They didn't want any of us talking to each other. I think, you know, probably not to influence each other. And how'd it go? What did they say? They wanted us to be just really raw in the moment. So I don't really know much about the other stories. I don't know their details. I have kind of gotten to be friends with one of the gals on Facebook.
Oh, cool.
Oh, she's like, wait a minute, weren't you in LA with me? And I was like, yeah. You know, community, right? Horror community, people you meet, people you know, and stuff like that. And it was interesting. One of the things I get a lot is people go, oh, it must be fake because you make horror movies. I'm like, do you ever think I make horror movies because it wasn't fake?
Right.
You know, like just because I make horror films that automatically cast doubt on my life experiences, that doesn't really make a lot of sense to me.
No. Yeah. Yeah. Oh well, it's a compelling story, and it's yeah, I'm glad that you were able to share it with everybody on the show.
Thank you.
Yeah. And you know, just to go back a little bit too, like as far as like horror fandom and everything, you know, when you think of horror and all, like, what do you go to? What are you really into as a fan?
Oh man, it really mixes. So my very first horror film was Vampiros Lesbos.
Oh, nice! I used to have that on DVD.
Yeah, I think I was like 7.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah, my parents weren't going to win any Parent of the Year awards, that's for sure. We used to go to the drive-in, Orange Theater in LA. We used to go to the drive-in, and they would park the old station wagon facing one direction. All of us kids were supposed to sit in the back, and we were supposed to watch the movie playing on the other screen. Right,
oh,
some
okay.
kid-friendly, family-friendly. I'm always like, nah, I'm turning around and watching this, and
yeah.
I was pretty young, but if I remember correctly, it was Vampiros, Lesbos, and The Exorcist double feature.
Oh, wow.
It might have been Vampiros, Lesbos, and Deep Red. I remember seeing Deep Red at the theater.
Okay.
I just don't remember what the sequence was. I was a kid, you know. Yeah. But yeah, so that was like one of my first big screen experiences. Vampiros, Lesbos.
Nice.
Classic stuff, right? Yeah.
Man, that's a pretty solid foundation.
Right. But as far as like go to, you know, I do like found footage films. I think there's still some life in that. It just has to be done correctly. Right. I'd say 9 out of 10 found footage films get it wrong.
Okay.
But every once in a while one comes through that you go like, yes, that's the the immediacy and the living in the moment kind of vibe you get with found footage. If done correctly, it's really fantastic. I tend to go with supernatural horror. I enjoy all of it. Don't get me wrong, but I tend to kind of go with the supernatural stuff, the creepy stuff. Sometimes the slow burn is good.
Yeah.
Being an old school gore hound, seeing Deep Red and Fulci's Zombie too.
Yeah, Zombie is such a wonderful film. That man.
Yeah, I saw that at the drive-in too. So,
yeah, the splinter of wood meeting the lady's eye. Oh my God! Even now, I cringe.
The grab and the pull, and then
right
through the eye.
God.
Yeah, good stuff though.
Yeah, it's a family pleaser.
Right? It's funny. People are sitting in the car going like this, and I'm in the back going, yeah, more.
Yeah, I did that with American Psycho when it came out. I mean, that one's more of a satire, and everybody's in the theater. My friends are like, oh, and then everybody else in the theater are all cringing. And I'm just sitting there laughing. I thought it was the funniest movie, and I thought, this is hilarious. I bet you the novel's just as funny. I thought that was just hilarious. But yeah, nobody appreciated my sense of humor in that theater. Nor do I blame them. It's a pretty misogynistic film. but it's done, you know, it's satirical in that sense too. So
right. Yeah, I mean, you've got to be able to distinguish between dark humor and something that's just abusive. You know, there's a difference.
Right.
In that film, there's a lot of dark humor in that film. That film's hilarious.
It is.
You know, and kind of a funny side story.
Oh yeah.
When I first met my wife, I was like, "What kind of movies do you like?" And she had the kind of standard answer. She goes, "I like fucked up movies about fucked up people on the fringes of society." I'm like, "I think we're gonna get along." Like, you know, I think there might be something here.
So Garfield.
Right. Yeah. I think, you know, I think one of our first date movies might have been Cabin in the Woods.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
It's like one of our first little date movies, you know.
Nice.
Yeah, a little something kind of testing the waters to see, you know.
Yeah, that one was a lot of fun. You know, the twisting of the genres and all the different modes too, and you didn't have like the alpha male end up being you know, the guy that saves the day, and you still have the final girl, at least until the old god showed up.
Right.
Sorry to spoil anything out there, guys. If you haven't seen it already, I don't know what to say.
Go see it.
Yeah. But yeah, that's such a fun movie. You know, some of my earlier ones. I grew up with Monster Squad. That was as much as Goonies was my Goonies. Monster Squad was also my Goonies.
Right.
And,
yeah, I came up on you know, a lot of Fulci, Argento,
nice.
A lot of just really fucked up stuff, and of course the '80s slasher films and '70s slasher films when they started coming out. Yeah, I was fortunate in a lot of ways to see a lot of that stuff in theaters. A lot of the drive-ins we went to all the time, it seemed like they were constantly playing Argento films.
Nice.
So being able to go out and see Suspiria and being able to see some of these films and stuff like that on the big screen, you know, and again, I'm between 7 and 10 years old when a lot of stuff came out.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, maybe a little imprinting there.
Yeah. I think at that age, I think my dad was accidentally introducing me to like the Toxic Avenger and you know, more of the B movie stuff, Chud.
Yeah, Chud.
Evil Dead. So
you know what movie kind of fucked me up?
Oh yeah.
And it's not a movie in retrospect that I don't know what it got to me, why it got to me. Probably because I watched it by myself in the theater, right? Like just me. Night of the Demons, the original Night of the Demons.
Ooh, interesting. Okay. Wow.
Something about that just hit me, and I don't know. Like, I've tried to think about it a few times. Like, why did this film hit me the way it did?
And you were the only person in the theater, huh?
Yeah, a lot of times I go to the first showing matinees. You know, I ditch everybody and just go because it's nice to be able to sit in a quiet theater and actually watch the movie.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah. What age were you?
Maybe 14, 15 years old.
Okay.
And just something about it. I don't know what it was.
It's you know, for me, it's a good, fun kind of schlocky paranormal or supernatural type film. But Kim is saying that you know, schlock is her go-to.
Right.
The John Landis film, I think. Yeah. Man, I haven't seen that since I was a kid.
Yeah. Yeah, I broke them out a few times and watched them since. And yeah, there's something in that film that just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's what we're hoping to do with The Bleeding Dark. You know, we have a film here that's got a lot of heart in it and a lot of scares. It's a scary film down at its core, I think, because it hits you on a primal level.
Yeah.
You know, we're digging down into some of that primal subconscious fear, the fear of being alone, the fear of losing a loved one, the fear of not being able to protect your family.
Yeah.
Right. And, you know, that's a big one for men or women who are leaders of their family. What happens if, in this case, a home invasion shows up and I can't protect my family?
Right. Right.
You know, have I failed as a father? Have I failed as a mother? If I can't protect my child?
Right.
You know, and so we dig into some of that primal stuff, and I'm hoping this film will hit people hard for the right reasons. And then, you know, of course, we get to tear somebody's face off. So
that's the delightful part,
right? I know I'm like, oh, it's a very hard hitting film. It's very emotional. I'm going to rip somebody's fucking face off.
That's right. That's why you have the blood cannons on set. Let's go. You know.
Exactly.
Man, that's awesome.
So, yeah, just excited to get it rolling. I think we've got we're 2/3 of the way there on the Kickstarter, maybe a little more. So
right.
You know, we just got to bring it home, make sure that we can get our film cast and crew, get them paid, get them back to work, get actors and crew back to making some money, because you know it's been a hard year for people.
Right.
And
right.
part of why we're raising this money is so that we can pay people and treat them well, make sure they're well fed, that the situation's good, and that we're able to take the safety precautions we need to take to keep people healthy. You know, we all want to get back to work. We need media. We need entertainment.
Right. Most definitely. We need to be able to tell, you know, the stories of today and
right.
And you know, share those experiences and bond with them. Yeah. Jason, thanks so much for coming on to the show. It's been absolutely great. I love to to talk to you. I wish I could talk to you some more.
Right. We'll do it again sometime. Yeah,
maybe after Bleeding Dark is wrapped up, we can hop back on here. But for everybody that's listening or watching out there, make sure to go to the Kickstarter. Pledge your support independent filmmaking, support these artists and what they do. Like Jason's saying, it's a tough time for everybody. So let's pull together as a community.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, we love and appreciate you guys. Even, like I said, I know times are tough for a lot of folks right now, even sharing the Kickstarter and getting word out.
Right.
We're at the stage where every little dime matters. We're just pulling it together, getting it done. We want to get on set. We want to make this movie. We want to fucking kill a bunch of people. So,
if you're making an omelet, you got to demolish the eggs.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Jason, thanks so much. Go ahead, hang around for a few minutes after we end the broadcast. But to everybody out there, I'm Dan Crosier. This is COFOH Live and Undead with my guest, Jason Hawkins, the wonderful filmmaker. Yes. Go follow his work. Look him up on Netflix. Jason, where else can people find you?
Well, if you check on IMDb, it'll pull up a listing of our credits and our films, things like that. I just got the rights back to some of my films that had been earlier distributed, and so I'm negotiating a new deal to get re-releases done.
Oh, cool.
I'll be getting those out. I think we plan on including one of the short films on the DVD release. So just a lot going on as I'm getting back to work and getting back in the swing of things. I've got just in the next year, I've got 3 features and 8 episodes of an original horror series to direct. So
that's wonderful. Yeah, I can't wait. Yeah, go look up Jason's work. And Jason, I hope you guys get a lot of rain very soon. Feel for it.
Yeah, we need it, man. We need it.
Yeah, most definitely. And special thanks to everybody who's watching tonight. And thanks to Sumner Twins Talent, our sponsor, my producers, Stefan Santa Cruz and Amanda Armstrong. And to everybody out there, have a good night. Be kind to each other. Help each other. All right. Good night.
All right. Peace, everybody. Thank you.